share, comment, subscribe. Don't cost anything, not even a nickel or a dime. Shout out to Alex for always keeping me updated. Click the link in the description for your cool Piston gear. We're gonna get into it. So the Detroit Pistons want to add floor space and big men such as Myles Turner or or Naz Reid. Am I surprised? Absolutely not, because that's something we missing. Look, man, you gotta get with the times, bro. You just got to. You gotta have a big man who can shoot threes, um, block shots, and who can do it all. And that's something that Myles Turner can do, and that's something that Naz Reid can do. Excuse me. So you gotta get with the times. It's not the old school days no more. If you can't space the floor and stretch the floor, you're pretty much cooked. It's over with. But Myles Turner, 15 points this year, 6.5 rebounds, 1.5 assists, 48% from the field, almost 40% from three, with 2 blocks a game. Man, that's absolutely phenomenal. He is from Texas. I do remember that. Bedford, Texas. It's in between Dallas and Fort Worth. It's a suburb of Dallas and Fort Worth. Sound like he in the area, kind of like where Cade is. Cade is, I think, from Arlington, which is not too far from Dallas, and it is. So they pretty much in the same area of Texas, so they got a lot in common. So I don't know if that necessarily brings Miles Turner here, but it could. I know he's 6'11" with a 7'4" wingspan. I don't know. I don't know what his next contract will be. Um, and 2 years ago, he signed a 2 years, $40 million contract. If we could get him basically on the same, if we could get him for $20 million a season, man, I'll take it. 19, 20. I don't see why not. You know, the same with Naz Reid. You know, we need guys who could come in and stretch the floor and really play that good of a role. Hi, there, handsome. Uh, okay. Hi. But yeah, there is a guy. We need guys who can space the floor and play that Detroit basketball. Both of these guys gotta have a edge. I know Myles Turner, he plays with Legos and stuff. To me, who I will go after more, I will go after Naz Reid just because I think he's more obtainable than Myles Turner. I do. I don't. I think the Indiana Pacers find a way not to let him go. I don't know about Minnesota. They ain't gonna be able to keep Randall. Uh, Alexander Walker and Naz Reid, they not gonna be able to keep them all. Man, shout out to the 19 people in here, man. Now it's down to 11. It's cool, but Naz Reid this season, 14.2 points, 6 rebounds, 2.3 assists, 46% from the field. He shot 38% from three. What just underneath the block a game. So he's not much of a shot blocker as what's the name, but he's everything you want, you know. The thing about it is that who's coming off the bench? Somebody has to come off the bench, man. And what are you doing with During? I mean, During is somebody coming off the bench. I also like Naz Reid because he younger than me. He 25. This offseason he'd be 26. I think Myles Turner is almost pushing 30 years old. So yeah, that would be interesting. But you both can probably get them from anywhere from 15 to 20, and I would take that all day. If they if they want if they want to come here, let them come here. If they don't, it's cool. But if they want to be part of Detroit basketball, I don't see why not, man. both of them be a phenomenal ad. But my question is, what do you do with During? He's extension eligible this offseason. Are we trading him? Are we gonna keep him? What's the plan with During? What's the plan? You know what I mean? What's the game plan with During? What's the game plan with Jay Ivey extension? Like these is questions that need to be answered. And if you gonna wait until next off season, man, you might be putting yourself in a little predicament, man. A very bad one. So who would I go after? Probably Naz Reid. He's a little bit shorter, but he is athletic. He can shoot threes. He gives you everything you need. And I think he'd be okay with coming off the bench. I think it's is this is kind of confusing because I think either one of them gonna want to start. So is that mean you bringing Darren off the bench, or you bringing one of them guys off the bench, or they're okay accepting the bench role? I think Naz Reid is. I don't know about Myles Turner. So them the questions that's gonna have to be answered. Um, but yeah, man. As the Pistons should, we should be going after Naz Reid. We should. They gonna be a over a cap team. They gonna um, they gonna be over a cap team. They gonna work the cap. That's why I'm thinking they gonna be over the cap team though, for sure. I don't. They might be a little bit below the first apron, but I think they gonna work. You gonna have to, cause pretty soon, you know what I'm saying. When you get them big contracts, you know you gonna have to trade some guys. That's just how the NBA is working. That's how everything's working. So it's gonna be a very interesting off season next off season. Turn this off. We need JJJ. Yeah, we do, but I don't think the Memphis Grizzlies let him go. I think they're gonna sign him. Naz Reid is the perfect type of dude. Toughness, can play his tail off. Won't be won't step on Durant's toes. But either one of them, man, we gotta get with the times, bro. That old school playing big stuff is pretty much, man, pretty much over with. I'm gonna be honest with you. If you can't shoot threes, it's almost you gotta be really good defensively, and you gotta be solid offensively to be in the NBA. If you can't be not a non-offensive threat. Period. Nowadays, it you won't survive in the NBA very long by doing that unless you're like Sar Thompson. You got to be a defensive specialist like Savant. So, but what I will say is going after Naz Reid and Myles Turner showed me they in the right direction. You know, a couple years ago with Troy Weaver, he would never. Um, and even with their draft workouts, they working out guys like Johnny Brown. They working out guys that been in school for 4 years. They looking to for somebody. They looking to nail that second round draft pick and to hit somebody or somebody who could be a very good role player on the cheap contract. They looking for somebody who's ready to contribute right now, not down the line. And that's the biggest thing takeaway. They worked out two small forwards, a point guard. Um, so yeah, two small forwards, a point guard, and a center. I want to see some power forwards up there, but we'll got to see. Um, so far, it's mostly second round guys. I wonder if they will work out guys later in the first round. That will indicate maybe they willing to trade up. Um, I wonder if they gonna work out the dude from Florida State. And what is his name? Jameer Watkins. That would be an interesting guy to go get because um, he played a few years at Florida State. And I think he got that Detroit dog mentality. Great defender, could be a solid shooter, could turn into some. Uh, the wings run the league now, but bigs are important and the guards are important, but the wings really run the NBA. JJ mixed the master session because he didn't make the All Star. He's available. Fact check me. I know he's available. I do, but the reason why he missed that is because Memphis wasn't playing the minutes. Memphis traded and prepared for him to give him that extension, bro. He ain't going nowhere. He's not going nowhere. And that is a fact. He ain't going nowhere. This is Naz Reid and Myles Turner is realistic. He ain't realistic because any contract you give them, both of them unrestricted, so they're more realistic. Any contract you you give to Triple J, they can match it, and it even if you do want to go to the Pistons, you're gonna have to give up something now. So you're playing a very dangerous game. Everybody says that until you got to give up Ivy, until you got to give up Durant, until you got to give up a Sarah Thompson. Now everybody in their feelings because that's what's gonna happen. So yeah. But it's your boy Piston Mike. Make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe. Don't cost anything, not even nickel or dime, man. I'm out, man. Peace.